Welcome to the Sports Fanatic. I'm your host, Evan Hollywood. Let's get to our topic today. Black people, you should love LeBron James more than you love Michael Jordan. Black people, you should love LeBron James more than you love Michael Jordan. And here's why. Why do people love Michael Jordan? He's a winner, champion, set trends, one of the most powerful black men, black people on the earth. He's one of the biggest brands. He created a brand. Wasn't just a basketball player. He created a brand. And he showed people that you don't have to be just a basketball player. You can be a business. You can be a business. Michael Jordan took the black sports athlete to another level. We had, without a doubt, with other sports, there was always Babe Ruth. But what about Babe Ruth? A lot of people consider him the greatest baseball player. When you talk about the greatest pitchers of all time, some people say Roger Clemens. Some people say Sandy Koufax. But it's going to be somebody white. Football players. Quarterbacks. There's never going to be someone that says the black quarterback is the greatest of all time. Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, and we don't even have to discuss hockey. But this is the one sport where it was no question about it that the best player was going to be a black man. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 6 championships. 6-0 in the finals. 6 finals MVPs. I believe it was 6. He may have won 5 regular season MVPs. And you say, well, Heaven, when you compare that to LeBron James, who was also a winner, who was also a champion, but he's a 4-time champion. Michael Jordan was a 6-time champion. Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. LeBron James has lost 6 times in the finals. LeBron James is pretty much responsible for the selfishness that we have now in the NBA. He created the first super team. He walked away from a situation when it got too tough and went and joined another team. Jordan never did that. Jordan never quit on the Bulls. Jordan's a consummate winner. Consummate professional. Never said anything to ruffle the feathers of the American people. LeBron went against the national anthem. But LeBron's going to finish with more points, rebounds, assists. Let's see. LeBron is going to finish with more points. He already has more points now. More blocks. He has more blocks. Almost double the amount of assists. More rebounds. A better field goal percentage. A better field goal percentage from 2. And a better field goal percentage from 3. Yeah, but LeBron always made it easy for himself. He went and created his own teams. He didn't do it the right way like Jordan. I started out this podcast by saying, black people, you should love LeBron James more than you love Michael Jordan. And I will tell you why. LeBron James is without a doubt the most scrutinized, persecuted, talked about, insulted black athlete probably this side of Muhammad Ali. Other than Muhammad Ali, and if you want to take Jackie Robinson because he was the first black, I'll give you that. Have you never ever seen a man take so much scrutiny? And they say, well, he brings that on himself. He called himself the greatest player of all time. That's not correct. He said, at that moment, after he beat the Warriors, he felt that he was the greatest player ever. At that moment that he beat the Warriors, who was 73-9. But that's neither here nor there. LeBron James ruffles feathers because he sticks up for black people. He defends black people. He speaks out against social injustice. He speaks out against police brutality. He speaks out against blacks being treated unfairly. And why does he do that? Well, see, he shouldn't include politics, and he should not include that. He should just play sports and be quiet like Jordan did. Just shut up and dribble, huh? That's what you like LeBron to do? Shut up and dribble. Just play basketball. But LeBron is living in the social media era. Michael Jordan did not have to endure the social media era, where you are constantly pressured because of the fruits of his labor. Look at your platform. How could you sit there and say nothing? Look at Michael Brown. He's from Ohio, where you're from. Look at Eric Garner. Look at Trayvon Martin. Look. How could you sit there with 70 million followers and all the money that you have and don't say anything about any of this? And LeBron James sees that his people, he feels his people, he's letting them down. So he says something. He defends us. When's the last time you ever heard Michael Jordan defend the people who have made him a billionaire? What's the last thing Michael Jordan has done for black people besides overcharged kids who's buying his sneakers, make them pay $200, $250, $300, some on the excess of $500 if it's not available, just to put themselves in jeopardy of getting robbed or killed for those very same sneakers. When's the last time Michael Jordan came out and spoke about anything except something that mattered or bothered him, something that affected him? Kobe Bryant's death. Where was Michael Jordan with all the social injustice? Where was Michael Jordan during the Trump era, where they were constantly calling out LeBron James because LeBron James decided to stand with his brothers? And that's because people, other black athletes, prominent black athletes like Magic Johnson and others, were pushing LeBron James in front of him so he can take the bullets. Every single time something happens, say something, LeBron, say something. And then they push LeBron James out in front of them, and then they all go run for cover and let LeBron James take the bullets for all the black athletes, not just basketball, the NFL as well. Of course, there's Colin Kaepernick, but LeBron James was taking just as much criticism at one point as Colin Kaepernick. At one point, they was blaming LeBron James for people kneeling. They blamed him for the people kneeling in the NBA. And what has Michael Jordan ever responded as far as that stuff goes? Remember what he said? Republicans need shoes too. That's all it's about to Jordan. That's all it's about with Jordan. It's a mighty dollar. That's all it's about with Michael Jordan. It's a mighty dollar. As long as he can make money off of black people, he doesn't give a damn. But yet and still, no one ever brings him to task. No one ever says, you're a billionaire. Look at the platform you have. We helped you build those. Because at first, it was mostly black kids buying his sneakers. Black kids in the hood that if they only got one present for Christmas, their mother would have to save up all year to buy their son or however many sons they had a $250 pair of sneakers that some of them got killed over, got their blood slained over. And the only thing Michael Jordan will respond is, Republicans need sneakers too. White people need sneakers too. So yeah, Jordan was 6-0 in the finals. LeBron was only 4-6. Jordan was 6-time final MVP. Jordan hit all the clutch shots, so that's what they tell me. Even though the numbers say different, but I digress. LeBron may be 4-6 in the finals, but when it comes to standing up, being a black man under pressure since the age of 18 years old, and has never, as one time, as much as getting a speeding ticket, has never been in the news, has never been questioned about the reason why a family member of his was killed and murdered. But I digress. We'll talk about that some other time. Never a drug charge, not a bunch of baby mamas, not a cheating scandal, nothing except I'm taking my talents to South Beach. That's the only negative thing we can say about LeBron James. Oh, and he builds super teams so he can win championships. But when it comes to standing for black people, LeBron James is undefeated. He cares about being black. Michael Jordan cares about being rich. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. This has been the Sports Fanatic. Thank you. We'll see you next time.